get the 2023 Clownfish comic books, including Crimson Ren Volume 1 and previously on Clownfish TV. We're offering a limited number of these books. In our second chance offer, go to shopclownfish.com. That's shopclownfish.com. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to do a follow-up on yesterday's video about Twitter transitioning into X. Elon Musk has officially killed Twitter. Now, some people might joke that he killed Twitter the day he bought it, but he has killed the Twitter branding. Twitter HQ has been rebranded as XHQ, which looks like a supervillain lair or something. I don't know. We're going to talk about this because it's going to be really interesting to see what the future of this platform is. It seems like it's going to be very different from where Twitter was headed, and this is going to make some people very salty. They wanted Twitter to be their kind of safe space, their hug box, and now all the things that they don't like are coming to Twitter. That would be blockchain, that would be AI, that would be Elon Musk and all the wrong thinkers, and freedom of speech, mostly. Coming to Twitter, and this is going to threaten some people. I'm thinking they're going to make all these changes, and comic pros are going to be the most affected because they've been very, very vocal about their dislike of anything AI. They've been very, very vocal about their dislike of anything blockchain or NFT. And apparently X is going to utilize both of those technologies. According to, was it Linda Yaccarino, the CEO? She said that they're going to roll all that together into this platform. And it sounds to me like they're trying to create a Facebook competitor, that they want to be more than what Twitter was, which was just short messages and drama. Now they want to have long messages and videos and drama. And also they want to handle your money. So that's a whole nother wrinkle. So we're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Yeah, things are changing really quick. The internet is changing very, very quickly. I was trying to explain to my son yesterday. We went for a walk, and I was trying to explain to him, like, you don't understand. I've been on the internet pretty much since its inception, or at least since it had widespread use. I was on Prodigy, for God's sake, back in the day when I was a kid. Now, yes, I know it predates Prodigy, but that's when I first heard of it, and I've been online ever since. And this is one of the biggest changes. Everything that's been going on with social media and all these companies imploding and digital media and all that. It's one of the biggest seismic shifts we've seen in the internet in years since the introduction of social media. And I was trying to explain to him, like, yeah, back in the day, it was unthinkable to think of the internet and not, bring up MySpace or bring up GeoCities. And he's like, what the hell is GeoCities? I'm like, okay, so a website? Yeah, well, if you make really bad websites and you can't code, you GeoCities. Anyway, let's talk about this. New York Post, Elon Musk rebrands Twitter's iconic bluebird logo after 17 years. Bye-bye, birdie. Is an ex-bird. Elon Musk and Twitter Chief Executive Officer Linda Yaccarino have ditched Twitter's iconic bluebird after 17 years. X is here, let's do this, she tweeted Monday morning. Did she still tweet, or did she X'd it? She tweeted Monday morning with a picture of the company's new logo. To solidify the branding, the billionaire entrepreneur tweeted a picture of Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco with the company's new X logo cast by light on the building. Titter. Yaccarino and Musk's Twitter handles now both feature the X logo, although the bluebird is still present across the platform. I tried to log in and it showed me the X logo. On Sunday night, Musk changed his profile picture to the company's interim X logo, a white X on a black background, after prompting his 149 million followers to share with him a good enough X logo. It should have been done a long time ago, Musk said during a Twitter audio live stream early Sunday when asked why he was considering the shakeup. Sorry it took so long. Sorry it took so long to completely gut Twitter. We were kind of just playing with our food, and now we're just going for the jugular, right? We're just putting it out of its misery. The Neuralink founder went with a logo shared by Sawyer Merritt, with the creator explaining that the design was inspired by a similar logo made by Alec Torville and then now discontinued X Pod. Does it matter? I guess it matters to him. It matters to him. Musk said X is in coordination with his Everything app, an instant messaging and payment service similar to the widely used Chinese app WeChat. Yeah, that's been the plan since the beginning, guys. He never intended to keep Twitter intact. The day he bought Twitter was effectively the day Twitter, as we knew it, died. Good riddance. Good riddance. Twitter was a boil on the ass of society. It really was. The worst people use Twitter in the worst ways. Now, I'm not saying X is going to be any better at all. It's social media, right? It is social media. But if it's even 20% better than Twitter, that's something. You know, it might be worth sticking around. It's evolved into one of Asia's most dominating apps, that'd be WeChat. This is what Linda Yaccarino said. It's an exceptionally rare thing in life or business that you get a second chance to make another big impression. Twitter made one massive impression, I guess you could call it that, and changed the way we communicate. I guess communicate is what you could call it. Now X will go further, transforming the global town square. But now we control your money too. Now that's a whole nother issue. X is the future state of unlimited interactivity, centered in audio, video, messaging, payments, and banking, creating a global marketplace for ideas, goods, services, and opportunities. Powered by AI, X will connect us all in ways we're just beginning to imagine. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So they're talking about, WeChat, and it is a banking app. And remember, look, X.com was originally supposed to be used for PayPal. Elon Musk was involved in the early days of PayPal. He bought the domain back from PayPal. So yeah, he's going to roll payments into this. Of course, he's going to monetize creators. Of course, he's going to try to compete directly with Facebook and YouTube and all that. And I think we need the competition. I think Facebook and YouTube have become lazy. I don't think they have to innovate anymore. I think that, people just kind of parked it on there and just kind of assumed that things were going to stay that way forever. And of course, when you're an 800-pound gorilla, and you've set yourself up to be a gatekeeper, you can effectively keep competition out, and you can effectively keep wrong thinkers out. And we have seen that, Facebook and YouTube and definitely Twitter are very good at curating what the public was allowed to see. Now, do I think X is going to be any better? Nah. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be. I think you can only go so far before you hit a wall when it comes to money, when it comes to what's acceptable for banking and who wants to actually be associated with certain people, certain opinions, and certain websites. We've seen this time and time again with hosts dropping certain websites. Everybody, I guess, has a pain tolerance, and it just depends on, are you willing to put up with this much bullshit to protect free speech? And pretty much everybody has a point where they know about. They're like, yeah, okay, this is like way extreme. No, I'm not doing it. Or we've been getting too much pressure from too many people. And, are we going to protect this one client at the expense of losing all these other people? So we're going to nope out. So I think we need a decentralized internet. I mean, it's kind of, I've got mixed feelings about this because I think this might be better than some of the alternatives out there, but still wants to centralize everything. X still wants to centralize everything. And that is a problem. I think what we really need is a decentralized internet where we have pockets of people kind of doing their own thing independently of each other. And you don't just have one company controlling all the information, all the money. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. And we're seeing this with, Facebook and Google right now for sure. So here's the memo that Linda Yaccarino sent out to ex-employees, or ex-Twitter employees. I don't think they sent it to the ex-Twitter employees. The email obtained by CNBC says that the company has an inventor mindset and enjoys moving at the speed of light. Well, yeah, no, duh. I mean, seriously, Musk moved into Twitter, and within a day or two of him taking over the company. He fired like half the employees and said, you're worthless, you know, pretty much like you guys are worthless. And again, people kept making the false assumption. I've been telling you guys for months. Yeah, people kept making the false assumption. They're like, he's breaking Twitter. He's breaking Twitter. It's like, bitch, please. He doesn't care if he breaks Twitter. He never cared if he broke Twitter. Twitter was the framework for something else. He bought the property. He's going to knock down the slum and put up a new hotel, right? That's what he's doing. He never cared about the health of Twitter. He basically burned Twitter to the ground, and he's using the framework to build something completely new. That was always the plan. So yeah, breaking Twitter didn't really matter a whole lot to him because he's going to take a wrecking ball to it anyway. The transition from Twitter to X reflects a step toward Musk's goal to turn the platform into an everything app. Be careful with that. MySpace tried it and Facebook tried it, and they can't even get one thing right these days at Facebook. Going forward, she wrote, X will continue to develop experiences in video, audio, messaging, banking, and payments that will delight users. Yaccarino added that she and Musk plan to work across every team to keep the entire community up to date. Don't take this moment for granted. You're writing history, and there's no limit to our transformation, and everyone is invited to build X with us, except for those assholes that we kicked out of Twitter at the beginning. Yeah, so this is a pretty interesting development here, guys. I mean, again, it was a long time coming. He just like woke up one day and said, "Hey, you know what? It's gonna be X." And I knew AI was gonna be involved for sure, because I mean, he's got XAI, right? And he was making a big deal about that just a month or two ago, and this was always the plan. So now the moral dilemma is, if you are against AI in any capacity, and so many journalists and so many comic book creators are, the moral dilemma is, do you stay on X at all? You know, because there are going to be some people that justify it. They're like, well, I hate Elon Musk and I hate AI and I hate blockchain, but I have to stay here to fight the Nazis. And the X looks an awful lot like a swastika to me. Yeah. So, I mean, this is just the new normal. I saw Adobe put out an email the other day. We might do a separate video talking about what went down in San Diego, but they put an email out the other day about embracing AI. Everybody's embracing AI. I mean, it's here. You know, you can mitigate the potential damage to people's careers, but it's here. It's not going anywhere, and it's going to be integrated into things, and you're not even going to know it. You're not even going to know that you're using AI, or that something you're using or reading was potentially generated with the help of AI. I mean, that's what's going to happen. Same with NFTs. Same with blockchain. All these technologies are going to be integrated into X and pretty much everything else within the next couple of years. And you're not going to be able to avoid it. Doesn't matter where you go. Doesn't matter what platform you use. Unless you completely build your own thing, you're not going to be able to avoid it. Now, maybe it won't be as cheesy as NFTs and freaking, you know, monkeys smoking dope or whatever for $50,000. I don't think that's going to be a thing, you know, it's going to last. But I do think the blockchain technology is going to be something that happens, something that is part of social media applications going forward, something that's going to be part of applications like Kickstarter. Kickstarter, I don't think they've given up on the blockchain thing. I think they've kind of let it cool for a little bit, but I could totally see them using blockchain technology to allow people to use Kickstarter on their own sites, kind of like we have at shopclownfish.com, that we're using a third-party crowdfunding tool on our website to do our own crowdfunding. They'll just do it as like a Kickstarter branded thing. And then they'll be able to say, hey, they used our technology on their own site, and maybe you don't like their comic book or their movie or whatever it is, their crowdfunding, but we didn't host it on Kickstarter.com. You know, they just used our technology. It's the same as like, oh, somebody's using WordPress to write articles that you don't like. We can't really control that because it's not actually on WordPress.com. They're using WordPress on their own self-hosted site. I think that's where things are going to go, and I think that's why decentralization is very important. And I'd like to see if X has some, I guess, elements of decentralization. You know, that they're going to look at that going forward, that you can use X apps on your own website, or you can have your own little, compartmentalized version of X. That would be kind of cool. I'd be down with that. I think that's kind of how we need to go. But I think it's a mistake to throw everything into one bucket like we did with Facebook and Google, because we saw where that ended up. We saw how that destroyed everything, destroyed free speech, destroyed free trade. Really, it was very hard to compete. I mean, it was very hard to compete with these guys because they owned everything. They had everything locked down. Search for a competitor. Well, it doesn't matter because Google's got the search results locked down. What competitor? There's no competitor. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So anyway, I don't know. Just some thoughts I had. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. I guess you can follow me over on X at Neon. My name, KNEON. I'll talk to you later. Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.